Monaco's always been a spectacle. The yachts, the celebrities, the narrow streets, and yeah, the racing that usually doesn't deliver much. So this year, Formula One tried something new. They made 2 pit stops mandatory. Drivers had to use 3 different sets of tires. The idea was to shake things up a bit, bring some strategy into play, and maybe, just maybe, turn Sunday into more than just a slow parade behind the safety car. But did it actually help? Did the 2-stop rule fix Monaco, or just make the whole thing weirder? Let's take a look. Alright, so here's what the rule actually was, because yeah, it confused people. For the first time ever at Monaco, every driver had to make 2 pit stops. They had to run 3 different sets of tires. Doesn't matter if it made sense strategically, didn't matter if the tires were falling apart or not, you had to do it. The FIA's logic? Fair enough, really. They were hoping that by forcing more pit stops, they'd create more chances for on-track action. Shake up the order. Basically, if overtaking on this track is impossible, which, let's be honest, it pretty much is, then maybe tire strategy could be the drama. More variation, more surprises, maybe even some chaos in the midfield. That was the dream. So, what actually happened on race day? Well, let's just say the team saw the new 2-stop rule and immediately figured out how to break it without technically breaking it. Racing Bulls were the first to pull the move. Liam Lawson, running 9th, slowed way down. Like, is this still an F1 car level of slow? The goal? Create a gap so his teammate Isaac Adjar could pit twice and still come out ahead of the midfield traffic. Then Williams saw that, panicked, and basically said, "Alright, if you're gonna do that to us, we'll just do it right back." So Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon took turns holding up the pack, running 5 to 6 seconds off the pace, while the other one snuck into the pits. They even swapped places on track twice to make it work. It was clever, it was legal, and yeah, it was totally ridiculous. Even James Vowles, Williams' own team boss, kinda hated it. He literally apologized during the race, said it was a bad show for fans. And that wasn't even the end of it. George Russell, stuck behind one of those intentionally slow trains, decided he'd had enough and straight up cut the chicane to get past Albon. That move earned him a drive-through penalty, but honestly, he still finished 11th, higher than if he'd stayed in line. So yeah, instead of racing, we got strategy turned into slow-motion sabotage. Drivers intentionally crawling around the most glamorous circuit on the calendar? It wasn't unsafe, it wasn't illegal, but it was a bit of a joke. So how did that all actually shake out? Well, no real surprises at the front. Lando Norris took the win, clean from pole, even after juggling 2 pit stops and holding off Leclerc. Verstappen led for a while thanks to strategy, but once he boxed on the final lap, he dropped to 4th. So yeah, the top 4 pretty much locked in. But the real winners? They were in the midfield. Racing Bulls and Williams pulled off one of the cheekiest plays we've seen all season. Liam Lawson backed up the entire pack just long enough for Isaac Adjar to sneak in a second stop without losing position. Williams saw that and said, "Okay, we're doing it too." Cue Sainz and Albon go in full turtle mode. 6 seconds off the pace, just crawling. And it worked. Both teams landed double points finishes. Did it look ridiculous? Absolutely. But in terms of raw outcome, masterclass in exploiting the rulebook. Now, on the flip side, Mercedes. George Russell got desperate. Tried to move on Albon at the chicane, cut the corner, got hit with a drive-through. And even after serving that and boxing again, he still finished ahead of where he would have been stuck in the train. Which kinda tells you everything about how broken the flow was. Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli? Quiet race, 0 impact, no points. So yeah, strategy ruled, not speed. And if you were hoping for Monaco magic, this wasn't that. But if you like chaos disguised as tactics, it kinda delivered. So, did it work? Not really. I mean, the race had more going on than last year's straight line procession, sure. But if the goal was better racing, this wasn't it. What we got instead was strategy theater. Teams gaming the system, drivers crawling around Monaco like they were nursing a Sunday grocery run. And even the drivers who benefited didn't seem too thrilled. You had Sainz calling it manipulated, Albon apologizing mid-race, and Verstappen basically comparing it to Mario Kart. Like, actual banana peels would have made it more interesting. The FIA says it was an experiment. And fair enough, they tried. But with Monaco locked in until 2031, they're gonna need something cleaner. Maybe it's a pit window. Maybe it's a maximum lap time. Maybe just scrap it and go back to basics? Whatever the fix is, they'll need to move fast. Spain's up next. And while it's a totally different circuit, this whole fiasco? Yeah, it's still gonna be the talk of the paddock. So what do you think? Was this a bold new era for Monaco, or just a total joke? Drop your take in the comments, we'll be reading all of them. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content like this. And if you're hyped for Spain next weekend, we've got a full preview coming your way. Till then, take care and cheers!